My name is Temujin, the founder and first great Khan of the Mongol Empire. You know me as Genghis Khan. I will tell you about the day I learned that the world devours the weak and why I decided I will never be weak again. I was 9 winters old when my father took me to choose a bride from the old Hanad tribe. This was the way of things. Alliances sealed with the marriage promises, children bound by their parents' wisdom. I remember the girl they chose for me. Even as a child, she had eyes that did not look away when challenged. I knew she would bear strong sons. But on the journey home, my father made a mistake that would change everything. He accepted hospitality from a Tartar camp. The Tartars. They smiled and offered fermented mare's milk. They shared their fire. They spoke pleasantly of old times when they had fought alongside my father. But the Tatars are like serpents. Their venom works slowly. 3 days after we returned to our camp, my father began vomiting blood. I watched this man, who had seemed like the eternal sky itself, writhe in agony, his face turning the color of old leather. He called me to his side, with what little strength he had remained.
Temujin,
He whispered, his breath already carrying the smell of death.
remember this. Trust sparingly and never forget a debt. The Tartars have taken my life, but they have also created my avenger. You will make them pay for this poison, but not today. Today, you must survive.
He died that night. I sat beside his body until dawn, memorizing every line of his face, every scar from old battles. I was no longer a boy playing being a warrior. I was a son of a dead chieftain, and that made me nothing at all. Our tribes abandoned us before my father's body was cold. A contemptuous Mongol tribesman with a rough, weathered face who had eaten at our fire for years looked at my mother with disgust.
We will not be led by a woman and her brats.
He said,
Follow if you can, but do not expect us to carry you.
I watched our herds disappear over the horizon, driven away by men who called me nephew just days before. My mother gathered my brothers, 2 younger boys, 2 half-brothers, one slightly older than me. We had 8 horses. Whatever we could carry, everything else was gone. That first winter, we ate mice and marmots when we could catch them. My mother dug for roots until her fingers bled. She would give us portions and claim she was not hungry, but I could see her ribs through her deal coat. The older half-brother, being the eldest after me, believed this gave him the right to the best portions of whatever little we found. One day, my younger brother and I caught a fish, a beautiful silver that would have fed us all a small meal. But when returning to the camp, the older half-brother had taken it and was already eating, not sharing, eating alone, greedily, while my younger brothers watched with hollow eyes.
This is mine by right of age.
He said when I confronted him.
You can dig for roots like women.
I looked at my mother, hoping she would correct this injustice, but she turned away. She was tired, so tired of keeping us alive that she had no strength left for discipline. In that moment, I understood something that would guide me for the rest of my life. When the world is cruel, waiting for others to deliver justice is the same as accepting defeat. I took my younger brother, and we followed the older half-brother when he went to tend to our few horses. I had made arrows from pine branches, crude things, but sharp enough. When the older half-brother saw us approaching with a bow drawn, he did not run. Perhaps he thought we were playing children's games.
You would not dare. I am your older brother.
You are the mouth that steals food from the hungrier mouths, I replied. We cannot afford you. I shot him to the chest. My younger brother shot him to the back. He fell forward into the tall grass. and I watched the life leave his eyes. I felt nothing. No guilt, no sadness. Only the cold satisfaction that justice had been served accordingly to the law of the steppes. The strong live, the weak die, and those who steal from their own family deserve neither life nor memory. When we returned to the camp, my mother knew immediately what we had done. She struck me across the face so hard, I tasted blood.
Murderer! Destroyer of your own family! You are like a dog that bites everything, like a hawk that attacks its own shadow.
But even as she raged, I saw something else in her eyes. Relief. There would be more food for the rest of us now. The strong had acted, and the weak had been removed. This is the way of the eternal sky.
That night, as I lay on my sleeping furs listening to the winds across the steppes, I made a promise to myself. Never again would I be weak. Never again would I depend on the kindness of others. Never again would I watch my family suffer while I had the power to act.